Steve, do you talk NFL parlays now? Is that going to be part of the job? Welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate it being here, Kelly. Yeah, I think we talk about, like, we have over 1,500 contracts across a variety of economic indicators, political, elections, weather, cultural indicators. So I think sports, of course, is a big component of it. But the way we're looking at this and the way that we're seeing the growth of this is really, I think there's so many other places where this is going to go, and it's going to allow people to have a little more precision in what they want to put their investment thesis on, or protect a portfolio,
right,
hedge themselves, or even speculate.
Yeah, you want to hedge against your day trade with an NFL parlay or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm just teasing, but what I think is interesting from a user point of view, and I haven't done this myself, so you have to tell me if I'm thinking through this correctly. Would I might be in the app already, so I can go place a bet that I might not have placed otherwise. Otherwise, if I'm going to go use DraftKings or whatever have you, are you giving me a bigger paid day? Are you giving me better pricing? You obviously have to compete against them on something.
Well, I would say there's a couple major differences if we're just looking at the sports component of it. The first major difference is we're not the book. All we're doing is matching customers with each other. And so, there's no benefit. We want everybody to be successful. We're not benefiting by having people not be successful. That's a big difference in the way that we do it. And we do what we do across every asset class, which is try and create the best experience and drive the margins down so that the customer can have more in the way of returns.
Yeah. Do you think that? Yeah, go ahead.
No. So to answer your question, like a good way to think about it, at least, and this one's outside of sports from a utility standpoint, would be our entry point into the prediction market, which was the election. And here's the scenario which many customers had. I'm not sure who's going to win the election, but I know it's going to impact my portfolio. Now I have to parse through every segment of my portfolio and say, is crypto going to be a winner, or EV is going to be a winner, consumer staples going to be a winner? As opposed to trying to do that and then hedge myself accordingly or take an opportunistic approach, I can just express my opinion on the election,
right,
and cover myself. So that kind of utility, think about that across the span of everything that you're investing in. It becomes really powerful. Even, is the Fed going to lower it 3 times next year? That's going to have a big impact on the market.
Sure.
I can just express my opinion on that.
I love the prediction markets because in the news business, it's just a tangible way to summarize kind of the current guessing game, basically. And sometimes people have inside information, and you want that to show up in the markets. Anyway, so just going back to the sports betting, for instance, do you think the people will get better odds or have a substantially different experience on the platform? Or are you saying that you're just going to kind of match what they might get elsewhere?
I mean, the economics are slightly different. I can't say with precision of that we're better. We're giving better odds than any of the others, but we're very competitive. We try to be very competitive and deliver the best margins and experience for customers across every asset class. So it's not dissimilar here.
Steve, we got to go. Most popular ticker or thing on your platform right now is?
Oh, the most popular? I think it's probably Amazon.
Wow, interesting. Laying bets for 2026 on a stock that's been sort of flattish.